Welcome back to freeCodeCamp's Applied Visual Design section. This is use a CSS a linear gradient to create a striped element. It says the repeating linear gradient function is very similar to linear gradient, with the major difference that it repeats the specified gradient pattern. Repeating linear gradient accepts a variety of values, but for simplicity, you'll work with an angle value and color stop values in this challenge. The angle value is the direction of the gradient. Color stops are like width values that mark where a transition takes place and are given with a percentage or a number of pixels. In the example demonstrated in the code editor, the gradient starts with the color yellow at 0 pixels, which blends into the second color blue at 40 pixels away from the start. Since the next color stop is also at 40 pixels, the gradient immediately changes to the third color green. So here we could see that, like it says, starts with the yellow at 0 pixels, which blends into the second color blue here at 40 pixels away from the start. Since the next color stop is also at 40 pixels, the gradient immediately changes to the third color green, which itself blends into the fourth color red, as that is 80 pixels away from the beginning of the gradient. For this example, it helps to think about the color stops as pairs where every two colors blend together. So yellow blends with blue, green blends with red. There's that yellow, blue, green, red. If every two color stop values are the same color, the blending isn't noticeable because it's between the same color, followed by a hard transition to the next color. So you end up with stripes. Make stripes by changing the repeating linear gradient to use a gradient angle of 45 degrees, then set the first two color stops to yellow and finally the second two color stops to black. So that's easy enough. Here we're doing 45. Here we're going to do yellow, yellow, and black, and black. And that's pretty amazing. Let us run that test. We did pass. And the important thing in understanding this is all right here in this paragraph. If every two color stop values are the same color, the blending isn't noticeable because it's between the same color. So because it's between the same color, we're not seeing no blending happening because it's followed by that hard transition to the next color, so you end up with stripes. So as long as we're understanding that, we're getting this lesson. Make sure to practice this one. This one's pretty cool and you could implement it into your site and give a nice visual appeal. See you guys in the next lesson.